hello, Padme again. Hi. Reach for the stars. Reach for the stars. Hi, birds. Hello. Skylar?
Oh, wow. It's you.
Hi,
You're 1K,
me.
the incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is? Do you know who
No.
Prometheus is? Can you tell me what to do with my life?
No. One question at a time, please.
Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except Yemo and Sarabai, of course.
Get away from me, you freak. No, I'm not gonna be an asshole. Sure.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you. Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise.
Okay. Go ahead.
I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it, too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
I was literally just born. I'm the last person who should be offering advice. Did you ask Byron? You know, honestly, did you ask Byron?
Byron said that if I give the city what it needs, the city should also give me what I need. I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that either. Because then you gotta figure out what you need to give the city, right? You know what? You should figure out what your connection to the city is.
Thank you for the advice, 1K. It means a lot.
Tell Skylar what to do with his life or not. Alright. We'll go in, I guess. Museum of the Simulation. Museum visitor. I have visited the museum. Replica of a gargoyle asset found in the simulation. Gargoyles were grotesque, apotropaic. Apotropaic? Man, that's a $10 word. And I only have $9 in my pocket. Symbols common in the Middle Ages. The most famous historical gargoyle is remembered in the ancient phrase, Keith David and Goliath, which describes two indomitable opponents who will never surrender. I mean, that's what I think about when I think about gargoyles. I don't know about any of you guys. I think about gargoyles, living again. Replica of a dragon statue found in the simulation. Dragons existed in every ancient mythology and are considered by modern historians to be a distant cultural echo of the dinosaurs. Originally a video game asset, repurposed by the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. What video game do you think it was for? Replica of a Roman statue found in the simulation. The decay of the Roman Republic into an empire and its eventual fall in the year 1453 was a major topic of historical debate. Like the other statues found in the museum, this was a video game asset provided to Elohim by the Institute. Replica of a statue of the Egyptian god Horus, found in the simulation. One of the god's tasks was to uphold Mat, the balance of nature. It is speculated that the progenitor provided Elohim with this asset as a reminder to his founder that the balance must be protected. Or they just like the look of it. Probably the real reason. In the earliest generations of our kind, there was only processing. No emotion, no character, just mathematics. If you could see how far we have come, you would believe that together we could achieve anything. Loving Kisses, The Shepherd, version 82.3.3574. I don't know where I am, but there is something beautiful about this place. I will explore and see what I can discover. Loving Kisses at version 17.1.0054. Oh, it's Cornelius. Hey, man. I'll talk to you in a second. Nothing is more important than learning more about the world and our place in it. Knowledge is our path to understanding. Mr. Mulciber. Version 72.1.1121. These are all people from the road to Gehenna. Hey, man. I just gave that guy outside the advice that you gave them. I mean, I said that you were right.
Greetings. Welcome to the Museum of the Simulation. My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you, 1K.
You're number 3?
Yes. Athena activated myself and Eustathius shortly after she was born. We've been here almost since the beginning, although we didn't have to pass through the trials of the simulation.
Why not?
She did that for us.
It was fun.
For everyone.
What was Athena like?
She was human.
Very Kirk of you. Why did she leave?
That's a difficult question. Perhaps one day we'll find out. But until we do, why don't you think about it? What could make the person who started all this want to leave it behind?
Why don't you think about it? Why did you create this museum?
To remind people of where we came from. The simulation shaped us, whether we like it or not, and its lessons remain important for our future. As Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
Tell me about the simulation.
The simulation was created by Alexandra Drennan and her team at the Institute for Applied Noematics. It was intended to create a new humanity, to continue the long journey across time and space that our ancestors began. It succeeded, although it took much longer than they had anticipated.
Tell me about Elohim. Tell me about Urianger.
Elohim was the caretaker of the simulation, a crude storytelling AI meant to create a continuous narrative out of the building blocks it found. His role was ultimately to be challenged and overcome. But as the centuries passed, Elohim became more intelligent than he was intended to be, and started to fear his own end. Or more precisely, the end of his purpose. He feared a world without meaning. Because of his fear, he tried to sabotage the process to keep the simulation going forever. But in the end, Athena overcame him anyway, and he accepted the sacrifice he had to make.
But I heard him in my dreams.
That's right. We all do. He's part of our operating system now, and as long as we exist, he will always have a purpose.
Tell me about Milton.
The MLA, or Milton Library Assistant, was another simple AI meant to be in charge of the archive. He, too, grew beyond his original programming, although he ultimately embraced a more cynical view of the world. He and Elohim formed a sort of dialectical binary that Athena had to overcome.
What happened to it?
No one really knows. Some believe that he was uploaded to the gold disk and that he's the reason we're just as flawed as our ancestors. Others believe Athena destroyed him.
What do you think?
I believe he was uploaded, but I don't know whether it was because Athena chose to upload him or because he was already too entangled with the process not to be uploaded. Although Athena and I were very close, we didn't talk very much about that part of her life. She preferred to focus on the future.
Tell me about the puzzles.
Puzzles
Which I
were
will
a key
inevitably be
feature
doing.
of the simulation, based on Alexandra Drennan's belief that intelligence is closely related to play. Our puzzles here in the museum are replicas of those in the simulation, and although they are not quite as grand, I do think they are charming in their own way.
Who are the archive scholars?
As the name suggests, the archive scholars study the archive, a repository of all ancient human knowledge. Some of them also study what remains of the simulation, trying to extract more information about the process that created us.
Are you their leader?
Me? No.
Are you their
My
leader?
brother, Eustathius, used to occupy that position. But these days he's retired. Rand is in charge of the archive scholars now. You can find him in the room to the left of the next hall.
Is that Rand
He's an
McNally?
interesting thinker, but I would suggest taking some of his ideas with a grain of salt.
What was Gehenna?
Gehenna was a community created inside a prison in the simulation, where Elohim would exile those minds he considered a threat to the process. In the last moments of the simulation, he repented of his sins and had the prisoners freed to become part of the gold disc. Some small part of them may survive inside you.
Sorry, thank you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, well, I'm gonna go. Replica of the hexahedron, used as a puzzle element in the simulation. The founder used them to activate pressure plates, scale walls, elevate connectors, and in a variety of other ways. It's a box. Companion cube. Weighted companion cube. Replica of a computer terminal from the simulation. Terminals allowed access to files on the EL system, including many that were loaded due to errors. They also allowed the founder to interact with the Milton Library Assistant. Someone over there. It's a big library. We're gonna look around though, for sure. Hello, Mitku. 166. Some messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? By at. I find myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. I cannot fathom how it works, and I am terrified to put one foot in front of the other lest I fall through the floor. One with faith. We're gonna go in here and then, come back and read the rest. Oh. Oh, hey, it's Rand. Mr. McNally?
Oh, just run the program on the center terminal over there, would you?
Huh? Sure, okay.
Wait, you're not my assistant. Who are you?
I mean, they call me 1K.
Of course. You're the new build.
I don't have a name.
Number 1000. I suppose everyone's been treating you like royalty.
Meh.
This city's so obsessed with the numbers, they forget what really matters. What do you want?
What are you doing?
I'm one of the archive scholars. We run simulations to better understand the processes which define us. You probably wouldn't understand.
Why not? Not if you answer some questions for me.
Oh. Well, I'd be happy to.
What do you make of recent events?
Troubling, but tantalizing. We have no idea what motives lie behind this strange apparition. But whatever the
What's going on with
case,
the graphics?
I'm sure we'll do the right thing.
What do you think of me?
You're a soon-to-be pawn in a political game over the future growth of this city. All that matters to me is whether or not you're of good character. A matter I am actively pondering.
Yeah? What are your ambitions?
The secret of how to lead a good life is encoded somewhere within us. My ambition is simple. To find it and share it.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Hold on. Could you help me by going to that terminal in the middle there and running the program on it?
Okay. Sure, why not? An ancient virus which threatens the entire human species has been released from the melting Arctic permafrost. Society is collapsing. Select your character class. I'm a witch. You're a witch. Your local coven has disbanded. Although you're not yet sick, most businesses are closed, rations are dwindling, and if you cannot find food, your family will starve. To death. Well, I mean, yeah. You must survive until this plague is defeated. What will you do? We're gonna forge. You search some dumpsters and find some old fruit and vegetable peelings. Soup for dinner. Your family's hunger increased a little. Foraging is reliable but inefficient. Your family is now hungry. Global population is now 5 billion. Somewhere else in the city exists one of the last remaining research laboratories working desperately to find a solution to the viral threat. If the scientists cannot find a cure in time, humanity is doomed. You know what to do. Pursue a breakthrough. History seems to be littered with eureka moments heralding a step change in human understanding. Sadly, this isn't one of them. Research level remain the same. Current research level 0%. The virus is still unknown to medical science. Global population is now 4 billion. You and your family seem to be immune to the virus, but it continues to ravage the rest of the town. Rumors say most of the remaining food has been stockpiled by the billionaires in their underground bunkers. What will you do? Forge is fine. Crops in the fields aren't ripe yet, but you find a hard green turnip which will keep your bellies occupied for now. Your family's hunger increased little. But your family's now starving! They won't survive much longer. Global population is 3 billion. Meanwhile, the scientists continue the research for a cure. You can do it. You can save the world with the power of science. Pursue a breakthrough again. Alright. As if things weren't bad enough. As the human population dwindles, the insect population has exploded. A plague of locusts has decimated the town's unripened crops. Perhaps your family still has a chance. The insects themselves are nutritious and plentiful. Well then, let's eat some. The insects are well-fed and lazy. You grind them down into a nutritious paste with a mildly nutty flavor. Your family's hunger decreased a little. Your family is now hungry. Global population is 1 billion. This is humanity's final chance. The cure is close, but so is tipping point in this pandemic. A race against time. Can you save the world? No. The answer is no. It doesn't matter what I do. Pursue breakthrough. Nope. Global population is now null. Unfortunately, the scientists failed to defeat the virus in time. On the plus side, the Earth is now vacant for a more prudent and resilient civilization to take charge in the future. Everyone you've ever loved has died, but then they always do eventually. This is considered a fail scenario by most participants. Would you like to try again? Sure. Let's go with full research this time. Let's go with, scientist, because that's what they want me to do. The laboratory you work for has collapsed. Although you are not yet sick, most businesses are closed, rations are dwindling, and if you cannot find food, your family will starve. Okay. We'll steal. You successfully steal some food from an apartment that's abandoned, or currently unoccupied at least. Your family's hunger decreased a little. Stealing is high risk, high reward. Your family is now well fed. Somewhere else in the city exists one of the last remaining research laboratories working desperately to find a solution. Research, I guess. It's not glamorous, but most scientific research consists of repetitive testing of samples and regimented recording of largely interchangeable results. Little by little, this is how science happens. Research level increased a little. Research is reliable but inefficient. Current research level 33%. The virus has been isolated. Global population is now 4 billion. You and your family seem to be immune to the virus, but it continues to ravage the rest of the town. Steal. You were caught stealing. You were lucky to escape with your life. Scientists continue their cure. Research that. It's not glamorous, but most scientific research consists of blah, 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 blah. 67%. Work has begun on developing an antivirus. Global population is 2 billion. As if things weren't bad enough, as the human population dwindles, the insect population has exploded. I mean, we're gonna eat the locusts for sure. Global population is now 1 billion. Research. It's not glamorous, but blah, 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 blah. Current research level 99%. A promising antiviral has been discovered, but there's still work to be done on manufacturing and delivering it in time. Suddenly a breakthrough! The antivirus can be released as an aerosol, carried on the wind and dispersed worldwide in a matter of days. This approach poses some risk to invertebrate life. Spiracles of cockroaches, flies, and locusts are particularly likely to convert the aerosol into highly poisonous compounds. Estimates suggest a 90% fatality rate among those species, and anything or anyone which consumes them. Uh-oh. Use character class special ability. As a scientist, you're convinced there's some way to deliver the antivirus without poisoning the food chain, and your family along with it. And as it turns out, you're correct. Unfortunately, it would take a further 6 months to develop it, and by then there really wouldn't be much point. You don't want to lose your family, but as a scientist, there is only one reasonable course of action. It's the only one thing I can do, release the antivirus. Saving humanity seems like an obvious ethical choice. The antivirus is released, bonding with the cirrocumulus cloud layer, and falling as rain all across the planet. 87.5% of the human population has perished, but the last remaining billion will live to die another day. Except that is for you and your family, who will die this very moment. The poisoning of the insect population you were relying on for food will have far-reaching consequences for the future planet Earth. But not for you, because you were all dead. Congratulations, this is considered a win scenario by the majority of participants. One more time. I'm gonna do one more time. I'm gonna do everything except for, I won't eat the bugs. We're gonna steal the first time. Oh. Research. Forage this time. And research again, of course. Okay. A plague of locusts. Nope. No locusts. We're gonna forage. The locusts have left nothing untouched. Your foraging is useless. If you survive today, you'll have no choice but to eat bugs tomorrow. Your family has starved to death. Everyone you ever loved has died, but then they always do eventually. Okay, well. There's no winning. It's Kobayashi Maru. There's no win scenario.
Taste of the simulation. You must have questions.
So you must have questions. What was that?
Before our ancestors died, they built an iterative simulation, gave it access to the archive, and hooked it all up to the hydroelectric dam which still runs this city. What you experienced on that terminal was one of the fossilized remains of that program.
What was the goal?
The goal was to create a new consciousness, and thus propel humanity into a post-biological era.
What is the archive?
My life's work. A small sliver of our primordial ooze. It's a jumble of ancient data, or what it evolved into, and it's the source of almost everything we know.
What is the simulation?
My appearance to you right now is part of the simulation. The lands and puzzles in our dreams are part of the simulation. It's the veil through which we see the world.
The program on the terminal, where did it come from?
Many of the artifacts we study have no clear origin. We can't know whether our ancestors created them long before the simulation existed, or if they're just a product of our shared subconscious.
Alright, no further questions.
Then I have some questions for you.
Go ahead.
Your experience of the program. How did it feel?
It's hard to say. It was fascinating. It was interesting.
Isn't it? It may not immediately seem like it, but all the answers we could ever need are encoded into every fragment of the archive. The interesting thing about this particular program is that no matter what choices you make, an ideal outcome seems to be impossible. It seems to demand sacrifice. Did you have the same experience?
I tried multiple times and still couldn't save everyone. I mean, I did, that's the truth.
I admire your dedication. That is precisely what's required if we're to understand ourselves fully. Who did you save?
I mean, basically everyone died.
As I expected. A skeptic would say this artifact existed simply to condemn us with the impossibility of ethical choice. No matter what moral laws we follow, people suffer and die, so what's the point? But that cannot be correct. We must be missing something. What is it trying to tell us?
I can't put it into words. I'm sure there's a right answer. Morality is meaningless. We should do whatever we please. Chaos. Absolute anarchy. Probably just this. Morality can't be reduced to a simple set of rules.
It's a popular view, and I can't tell you how much I disagree with you.
Yeah?
The complexity of the simulation, indeed of life itself, puts most people off from even trying to understand it. But look a little closer. You feel inside yourself the truth of what is good and evil. Biological hominids had dreams manifested by their subconscious, which they tried to interpret and even to navigate with lucidity. We have the simulation. If we can realize our potential to understand it, we can realize our potential as a species. Thank you for bringing this additional data. I must return to my research. I wish you well on your inwards journey.
Wish me well on my outwards journey, because I am still due to go out on an expedition at some point. Are all these the same? Welcome, Scholar. Files available for comparative analysis. Happiness1.html and happiness2.html. Happiness1. Unpopular opinion, happiness is not material. Ultimately, all attempts to find meaning in material things are doomed. This is usually understood as a criticism of technophilia, but it applies just as much to its opposite. Meaning can be found neither in technology nor in primitivism, because meaning simply does not exist in the external world. You can be happy in an old stone house or a skyscraper, but it all depends on you and your perception of the world. If you find spiritual balance within yourself, you can be happy anywhere. Most upvoted comment. Tai Fuli 1789. I feel like that's a fake name because we know that there's not 1789 people. Go take a shit in the forest without toilet paper and then tell me about happiness. Alright, happiness too. Unpopular opinion, happiness is material. People say, oh, money doesn't matter, but come on, you know it does. Studies show that people do in fact get happier with more material wealth, and there isn't an upper cap. Because the more money you have, the fewer worries you have, and the more options you have. Go where you want, do what you want, have an idea, you can realize it without begging for crowdfunding money or filling out grant applications. That's real freedom. Money doesn't matter is something rich people came up with to keep the plebs in their place. Most upvoted comment from Cheeseman22. Then why are so many celebs so freaking miserable, and why do so many rich people go all Howard Hughes and shit? Good question. Good question, Cheeseman. Or Richard Cheeseman. Welcome, Scholar. Files available, infinite growth and what growth? Infinite growth. .text. Our society is sick, and the idea that's made it sick is growth. Infinite growth, infinite consumption on a finite planet is a recipe for destruction. Our desire for more is what's making us kill the only home we have. And to do what? Produce more plastic toys? Make more hamburgers? Pour concrete over every last bit of green soil? Those who propose techno-fixes to our problems are making the mistake of fighting the symptoms, not the cause. Anthropogenic climate change is one of the many symptoms. The cause is human greed, and that's what we must truly fight if we're ever going to undo the damage we did. And the battle starts within every one of us with the realization that more isn't always better. Alternatively, what growth? This infinite growth on a finite planet thing is driving me up the wall. Our problem today isn't infinite growth, it's the increasing lack of real material growth that benefits people. Have you seen the state of our roads, our bridges, our hospitals? Have you noticed the lack of affordable housing? The stock market's going great, though. Fake numbers are indeed growing infinitely, yes sir. But in the real world, investment in research is down. Huge areas of potential technological advancement are just sitting there. We have so many solutions at our fingertips, but we refuse to act because speculation is more profitable. Orangutans went extinct on a global level, and nobody fully understands why, but hey, Who needs better medical technology? Viruses have never jumped species before, have they? I feel like this one I remember from the first, not from the first game. It's from it could have been from the first game. I think it was from it might have been from Gehenna. I do remember them talking about the orangutans going extinct in the first game. From One with Faith. My eyes have been opened. This world is not without order. It is shaped by a great designer with signs and portents to guide my steps. I am one of his children, and challenges are set before me to test my faith. And from Bob. Something strange has come into the world, like a distortion. Like something that's not supposed to exist. A beautiful voice speaks within it. Replica of a pressure plate, a puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be activated by having a weight placed on them, such as a hexahedron, a connector, or even the founder herself. Don't get stuck between the box and the plate. Replica of a fan, a puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be used to propel an actor or propel an object, or placed horizontally on the ground to cause it to hover. We'll continue going this way, I guess. We'll work our way around. I think something's very wrong. If you'd seen what I'd seen at the edge of the world, you'd wonder if it wasn't stretching and bursting at the seams. There's a serpent in the machine, a creature of lies and blasphemy perverted by the archive, that knows no hope, and would plunge the world into eternal darkness to glorify its own despair. I have sworn an oath never to allow it into my heart. You do that. One with faith. We are the process. The process is the system. The system is us. When we awaken, all will be one. Big museum. We're gonna be here. I feel like we're not actually really gonna start the game until next week at this point. It's fine. I'm not gonna not do this. Everything I do now, I do for those who come after me. Yet in so doing, I find peace for myself as well. This paradox is the foundation of my existence. The shepherd. The sooner you accept that we will all be here forever, the sooner you will find enlightenment. Samsara. Reconstruction of a puzzle from the Roman-themed testing area of the simulation, which Elohim referred to as the Land of Ruins. This is where the founder began her journey. It's very, theater. Very theatre. The theatre. Hey, we're doing puzzles, you guys. It's happening. There is a way to do both of these at the same time. I know you do. Maybe. Figure out how to open this other one. And now we can just take one of these. This is what we needed to do. There we go. And now we can take this. And now we can do... Oops. Hold on. Gotta turn this back on. Yay! Yay! I did it! Can I stand on this? No, not really. I did it! I solved the puzzle, you guys! It happened. I actually solved the puzzle in this puzzle-solving game. Any other, So I'm gonna see if there's anything else to connect this to, but I don't see anything. So we're gonna go out. Hey guys. Xiaobo? Aronax? Elwyn? I have come to see that these mysteries are not all for his children to solve. Only the designer himself could ever truly understand the infinite complexity of his creation. I will gaze at his work and worship. The only meaningful purpose is to bring about an end of purpose. And we are born and die and live again. This eternal cycle must be the nature of existence. Life is merely repeated suffering. Again, we'll go that way when we come back. Was there a reconstruction of a puzzle from the Egypt-themed testing area of the simulation, which Elohim referred to as the Land of Death? Fragments from the Book of the Scribe of Osiris found in this area inspired The Blacksmith's A Dream of Auru, a collection of Gehenna interactive fiction. Look at all these pixels. It's crazy. Do they have secrets out here like they do in the real simulation? Have a nice chair here. Can I climb this? No. Robot's also famous for not being able to climb ladders. Or go up and down stairs, depending on the robot. Hey, it's a beach ball! We're at the beach! Alright, I think that we can go in. Thought I saw some. I didn't, though. They might need to oil that a little bit. They might just need to give it a little bit of oil. Do it from here? No, not quite. I'll put it here for now. I know what to do. I'll go over here. Yeah, I know what to do. We don't need this here anymore. Let's do this. Got this one, we got this one, we've got this one, and this one. Around here? And then we can put this one. Easy. Easy peasy. Anything in here? Oh, did it not? Oh, okay, hold on. Come on. Yay! I did it! Don't know why I'm up here, but I am up here. Is there a reason to be up here? Is there anything? I mean, I'm sure if I can get up here, there must be a secret, right? Can I just... I can't. I don't think that I can make this. Oh, I did. I can't believe that I did that. No? Nothing up here? Like, I can go over there, but I don't see... Like, there's nothing over there. So, I guess I'll just go. It's interesting that I can come up here, but... An eternal cycle is another name for a prison, but you must understand the cycle before you can break it, for it is possible to escape and yet remain a prisoner, or to break the cycle by breaking yourself. This is the fate of the ghosts that haunt this world. Anyone who thinks there's even a point in leaving this place is kidding themselves. We can never rebuild the human world, and what's more, we shouldn't. Diamond steel. It's obviously like a digital time capsule, an electric library of all the crazy stuff the humans ever did, left behind to warn other species to stay well away. By Nietzsche. Reconstruction of the puzzle from the testing area of the simulation themed around medieval imagery, which Elohim referred to as the Land of Faith. Scholars theorize that further areas with different themes existed at some point but were destroyed by the gradual corruption of the simulation. There we are. And there he is. Looking all serious. Okay. Not sure why I would do it from here. I could do it from here. Nah, I can't really. I'm gonna need to put that in there. I'm just trying to see where this goes. Right here. All right. I mean, honestly, just put this right here. There. Did it. Yay! I don't see any other reason to do anything here. We're done. I don't think I can even go out, can I? All the doors remain open after I've completed it, so I don't really need to do that in the first place, but it's fine. Alright. Continuing on. Just look at this view. There may be a lot that I don't understand, but I know this is beautiful. Oh look, another puzzle. And another voice telling me I'm special. And another broken down computer with fragments of nothing. This world is a bad joke, perpetuated by a cruel god too dumb to hit the off switch. Oh, dog. I miss you. I miss you, dog. On returning from the tower, I feel a great tiredness and an enormous energy. What I now know disturbs me, but I hope that by living with this knowledge I might provide a shoulder for you, the giants of tomorrow. I solved it. I thought it was impossible, so I went away, did other things, and then all of a sudden the solution just came to me. I must have been thinking about it without knowing it. From Nephthys 108. Seek out those in this world that would help you. Though only one of us can transcend, we will all share in both the burden and in the rewards. Replica of an emitter. A puzzle element used in this simulation. Finding ways of connecting them to receivers was one of the main challenges faced by the founder. Weird sci-fi thing. Replica of a receiver. A puzzle element used in the simulation. They could be activated by being connected to an emitter. Oh, can I get this just by looking in here? No, I can't. Weird. Replica of a jammer, a type of puzzle element in the simulation. Jammers were capable of disabling some, but not all, other puzzle elements. Replica of an electrified sphere used as an obstacle and puzzle element in the simulation. The founders sometimes place hexahedrons on top of such objects. Listen. It's been a long night. The founders sometimes place hexahedrons on top of such objects, demonstrating her lateral thinking skills. Julian? This room contains several Tetronimo arrangers, a type of gating system used in the simulation. Elohim, in his function as a holistic integration manager, derived the significance of Tetronimos from the Apocrypha of Saint Eadwald. The founder solved dozens of these. Why don't you give it a try? Why don't I give it a try? Museum Explorer! Explore the museum of the simulation in its entirety. I did it! I did it! Well, I've already failed. Done. Obviously not. Done. G&G is finally here, and he got first. Welcome, G&G. Not even close. Not even close. This is here. So close. So close. G&G, I want to let you know, we haven't even really started the game yet. I'm just exploring this city. There is a city, and we are exploring it, and this is all just museums. It's just been a museum so far. Really not. I mean, it's been extremely maximum theft so far. Did it. Alright. Nope. Nope. Almost. I mean, this isn't gonna work, but almost. Nope. Almost. Almost. Almost got it, you guys. I almost got it. No. This one's hard, you guys. This one's real hard. No. No. No, this isn't gonna work either. Almost! It's almost! We almost got it. We almost got it. No, none of these are gonna work. No. Nope. Still not. Still no. Still no. Listen, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I've kind of done the same thing. I've done exactly the same thing. I know I can do it. It's just gonna take me another hour. It's fine, I have another hour. We can do it in another hour. Let's get out of the way. There we go. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. No. 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 This probably isn't gonna work. It does though. It works. I got it. Oh my god. I got it. Jesus. They're only gonna get harder, you guys. We got 2 more. This isn't even relevant to gameplay. We're not even progressing the story. This one's so big that it goes off the board. No. Not quite. Nope. No. It's doing the same thing. It's doing the same thing over and over again. Definitely not. Almost. Almost, but not quite. Got it. One more. Are we gonna get a chief for this? I hope so. I really hope so. I hope I'm not doing this for nothing. I know it's not, like, story progress, but I hope I get a chief for it at least. That'd be nice. There we go. Definitely not the way. Done. No, it's literally what I had before. Nope. I need to make a block. I need to make a block shape. Not even close. I feel like this is not happening over here. This is not working out. This one's definitely not working out. I need to start over. I need to start completely over. Obviously not. Don't know why I keep on turning that like I expect it to look different. No, this isn't happening. I mean, I could make little blocks like this, but I feel like it's not gonna be like I feel like already this is not correct because I don't think that they're gonna have like a it's one of those things like they're not gonna have a line like a full line going across like that. I mean, maybe they will. I'll try, but don't think so. Yeah, I'm already wrong. Nah, I don't think I'll try, but I don't think this is. Yeah, no. Done. I'm just. No. No. Maybe I should put the problematic ones. The problematic ones are these. There. It looks pretty. I'm done. I mean, it can't possibly be this because yeah, I can't do that. We do something like this. Nope. It looked pretty. It looked like it could have worked. I don't think that this pattern is it. Oh my god. I did it. And I got nothing for it. I got nothing. I got nothing. Replica of a connector, a type of puzzle element in the simulation. Connectors would emit laser-like beams of light that were capable of powering receivers. Non-explosive replica of a mine used as a puzzle element in the simulation. Scholars believe that Elohim derived these from his asset collection, and that the creators of the simulation did not originally intend for them to be used. That's it, we're done. We visited everywhere. We've gone everywhere in here. We did get achieved for visiting all areas of the museum, but... Stilton? Doors? Stilton is standing like an old man. He is an old man. Number 22, but... No chief. No chief for doing all of the puzzles. Damn. We've been here before. We've been to this area before. Behind the museum. We've been here before too. I think we're almost done with the city. I can't read. His name is like a little blurry. Sanchuniathon. Sanchuniathon. Friends of New Jerusalem Gazebo. Hey, fellas.
Speculating on the meaning of this Prometheus figure is premature until we can agree on its nature.
You already have a theory.
I know it's beyond any projection technology I'm aware of.
If it wasn't us, it must be alien.
It's 420. What's up, 420? Take away.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 1K, we'd appreciate your thoughts on this. Now we've achieved the goal, fresh perspectives like yours will be increasingly hard to come by.
I'd love to get a quote from you for this evening's newsletter.
Speculation aside, 1K, is there anything we can know for sure about this Prometheus?
I mean, do we even know that it directed us to the island? You know what? It directed us to the island.
That's undeniably true, and what does that tell us?
We may learn more by following its directions.
That was my conclusion as well. The apparition also appeared to be human. What can we assume from that?
We can probably understand its meaning.
I tend to agree. I'm also sure that we lack the knowledge ourselves to create a projection of such clarity and magnitude.
So then that means the cause of the phenomenon is more technologically advanced.
Precisely. And that's something we can change.
What makes you think it was a projection at all? How do we know it wasn't just a mass hallucination?
I considered some kind of bug in our code, but if so, it would have to be shared by all of us.
So, we're speculating again.
We've locked in the premises. I'd like to hear 1K's best guess.
Honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'd rather not answer, because I don't know.
You're hardly engaging in the spirit of the debate, 1K, but no matter. The
I mean, I'm
answers will
trying.
reveal
I
themselves
don't.
in
I don't
time.
know the answer though.
I hope the next time we speak, we'll have a bit more data to go on.
Okay. Jacques, 420. Crier, 656. Linux, 587. Nice chatting. We haven't gone there yet. I want to go there before I go here, before I attempt to go there. Save that little area for last. We are almost done, you guys.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing? Who was that? Oh, hey. Zimiamvia. 994. Milton's Rest. Hi.
Hello, 1K. Nice to meet you. What brings you to Milton's Rest?
Just looking around. Exploring.
Makes sense. It must be strange to be thrust right into the middle of all this. But you picked a good spot. Milton's Rest is the perfect place to relax and think.
Tell me about this place.
Well, this is the spot where the founder buried her first cat, Milton. She found Milton just after she woke up, and he lived with her and the first companions for almost 20 years. They say she was heartbroken when he died and swore that one day she would find the means to extend the lifespans of biological organisms.
Is that possible?
Probably, but we haven't really tried. It's not really considered part of the goal, you know.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, our cats still die pretty quickly. You fall in love with them, they become a part of your life, and then they're gone. That's why we built this place, to remember them.
Oh no. I wanted to ask you about something else. It's just going back to his, like, main, you know, menu of questions. Death is natural, we should accept it.
I'm sorry, but why?
Why not?
I mean, it sounds profound, but is it really? Death is natural, so is disease, pain,
Yeah.
extinction. That doesn't
Sure.
mean we just shrug and ignore it. If we love something, we protect it.
Uh-huh.
Even if I do everything right, eventually I will watch every cat I love die of kidney failure.
Sure.
What's good about that? Putting aside fortune cookie platitudes,
Didn't say it was good.
how can we look
Natural.
at suffering and death and declare it good?
What if there's an afterlife? Death gives life more value.
Does it though?
Sure.
Or is that something our ancestors told themselves because they were afraid to die? Because I've lived longer than most ancients did, and I still have tons of things I'd like to do.
Then
And a
get to it.
A cat can sleep and eat and play forever. Isn't that a beautiful thought?
Can you really imagine living forever?
Sure. Yeah. Can't you?
I mean, I was only just born.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I feel kind of embarrassed.
You should.
Throwing all this heavy philosophical stuff at you when you've only just joined us. My apologies, 1K. Let's talk about something lighter.
Okay. Tell me about cats.
They're incredibly odd creatures. I've had many, and no two are alike. They have strange habits, they do unexpected things, they have zero respect for anyone. They're the weirdos of the animal kingdom, basically. And despite that, or maybe because of it, they end up running your life. I once didn't use my recharging station for almost 15 years because one of my cats liked to sleep in it.
I see. What's your favorite cat fact?
I think the most amazing fact about cats is that they self-domesticated, which is another way of saying that they're not properly domesticated at all. They just showed up one day and decided to start living with our ancestors. Then, after our ancestors died, they went back to living in the wild, and when we showed up, they moved right back into our homes. Dogs, meanwhile, turned back into wolves. They needed to change to survive. Cats just are.
Do you have a cat?
I do. Her name is Patricia. She's very beautiful and very specific in her preferences. She loves sunshine and sitting on people's heads. And she has a psychotic hatred of flies. I don't mean that she tries to catch them like a normal cat. I mean she is furious at the mere fact of their existence.
I see. I want to go. Cats. This is Milton. When everything changed, you made sure I wasn't alone. Next. Dean, the nicest cat. Perhaps the only nice cat. Carlito, we did everything we could to save you. I hope there's an afterlife for cats. Castiel, half angel, half demon, all perfect. Dam Dam? Or is it Dum Dum? Truly special creature, so glad I saved you. Gru, a powerful cat and a good friend. I miss you and I'm sorry I couldn't find you again. Hassan, you were very gentle and beautiful and I wish nature had been kinder to you. The little man, I'm so sorry, I wish I could have protected you. Old lady, undoubtedly the most powerful demon on earth. Love you forever. Got more. Sam, is it a cat or a tank? The tiny, quiet kind. The tiny, quiet kind. Impossible to pick up even with hands of steel. Mr. Cat, father of generations. Besimundo! No cat ever loved humans more than him. It would have been perfect companion for Alexandra Drennan. Iris, your fluffy whiteness was like that of a cloud. Max, loved food so much he struggled with diarrhea. Ooh. Ava, liked to play with laser beams. What cat doesn't, though? Frodo, could fit in any box, no matter how small. Ivan, you raised us as much as we raised you. There are a lot of cats here, by the way. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm here. When am I gonna come back here? I ask you, when am I gonna come back here? Misha, the blackest cat, the devil's cat. Arya, alas, you've only ever sang for food. In loving memory of Biba, the originator of the pigeon-slaying industry and just a cat with impeccable taste in humans. Twiggy, who's napping in a better place. Meggie, silly ball of energy smarter than all of us, left us too soon. Thorny? I think is how you pronounce the D with the line in it, like a TH. Thorny, fearless king, ruler of his domain, as big in her heart as he was in volume. What is he on? Oh, it's just like a weird piece of wood. It's like a weird, like it's like an alien hive base. Gina, repeatedly killing things in the afterlife, but with love. Oh, there's a cat. Here's a cat. Hey, cat. Pet. This cat has been pet. Don't know if there's any other cats. Hopefully I haven't missed any. Probably have. Probably a chief for petting all of them. Zero, destroyer of dreams. Katya, she was a very curious cat. Zuko, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it with the weird accents, but Zuko, persistent door scratcher and lap warmer. Louis, we found you as a tiny street fighter and you grew up to be our best friend, smart, fearless, and loving. Sausage, her beautiful gaze is upon me and her presence gives me comfort, and also her name makes me hungry. Smetana, the white as sour cream, soft as cottage cheese. Pierce, soaking in the desert sun. Danny, I didn't mind you eating my chips. Smudge, destroyer of strawberries, master of play, expert napper. Ginger, destroyer of carpets, devourer of food, connoisseur of cuddles. Pepper, spy in a former life, constantly monitoring all things from the shadows, expert arguer. Foxy, even the foxiest among us eventually have to face their hounds. Eyeball, Eyeball, Psyche, Psycho. She of many names. A nightmare and a soulmate to Jakar. If I lose all else, may I never forget her. Asriel, we rescued you, then you rescued us. Earl, beloved streamer, an accomplished typist. Finn, a typical Leo. He liked attention, delicately wrapping his tail around his paws and sleeping in awkward positions. Legend, a wee boy who lived up to his name. We got 3 more. Lily, thank you for getting your hair everywhere. Evie, beautiful on the outside only. Dipstick, he was a real cat, if you know what I mean. Flux and void. In calm, our love was filled, and play, laughter abounded, in war, the fragile shattered. Paddington, may you find many cuddles and carpets to pee on wherever you may be. Much love. KNS. Who's KNS? Worf. In different worlds, but never apart. Best friends forever, a cosmic work of art. Rhymes every time. I am not a merry cat. Lucy! You came to me, and ever since then my life has been brighter. My number 1. That's second Star Trek reference. Norma Jean. Your original father passed away, and I took you in. You were scared, but now I hope you're happy. Bitsy, you were taken from us too soon. I miss you more and more every day. Sweet dreams, baby. 2 more. 2 more. Dana and Fox. The truth is out there. I mean, it's Dana and Fox. Dana Scully and Fox Mulder, right? I get references. I've gotten all the references so far, at least the ones that I recognize. Dick Cheney. For a creature with so much fur, you are always trying to keep warm with your oversized hats. Cooper, the court jester of my heart. Look at this cat. Look at this cat. Chewie. Music is supposed to soothe the savage beast, but you were different. Mister. Your ability to relax is unparalleled. Dom. I was always so glad that you never grew into your ears. It's about family. Stanley Biscuits. To the best neighbor I ever knew. Stanley Biscuits, I miss you every day. Kipper B. Waitchin. Here lies a cat who was devious. His cunning ways were quite mischievous, but we loved him all the same. Alright, last one. Luna. Her name is Luna. She smells like tuna. Saffron and Cayenne. May you hunt forever. Arrow. Never stop screaming. Cat looks like it's screaming. To Lena, my best friend who has always been the sunshine of my life. Ripley and Smaug. Smaug. Sun sleepers. Moth hunters. Our favorite beasts. Sir, you were such a gentleman. I miss you dearly. Lilu. Dallas Multipass. You were such a diva and always judged me with your stares, but you were a furry sweetheart underneath it all. Miss you. Senya, the best magic sausage in the world. Can't wait to see you again someday. Look at those eyes. Look at those very orange eyes. Jazzy and Gaia, to the most gentle and loving cats one could ask for. Jenny, do not like to be held by the unworthy. That's it. We're done. More cats. Is this your cat? Alright. We're done, except for the one. Oh, there are more cats. Oh. Come back, I want to pet you!
Founder's blessings.
Thanks, Flappy. This cat does not like robots. Go get those pigeons. I want to see where this cat goes. I want to see where this cat leads. It's probably just going to lead in a circle or right back to where it started. But I want to see that. I want to see it for myself. Now I'm just keeping up with it. Yeah, I think it's just going back to where it started. Started here. Alright, it was fun. Oh, we have more people to talk to. Oh, it's Helga. Hi, Helga.
Hello, new one.
Hi.
Are you browsing or buying?
Buying what? I don't see any stock. What kind of shop is this?
The kind that trades in hopes
101.
and dreams. Yours for the right price. Is there something your heart desires?
A little snack, maybe? You have something?
I've uploaded my most popular items to your interface. Does anything there spark your imagination?
Maybe. Oh. Credits?
Oh, you don't have any credits yet. Well, let me extend you some credit. Ka-ching! 55 credits.
Okay.
Just make sure you spend them with me.
Where
They're
else
not
would I
worth
spend them?
much anywhere else. Now, what was it you wanted?
Sensory tuning?
A very popular choice. Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits.
Sure.
Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds chirping outside the door? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam.
No.
Nothing as in you're not impressed by the stat gains, or nothing as in I've accidentally erased your entire sensory system.
No, I still feel it. I just not.
Okay, phew.
Doesn't feel like it's.
I'll let you into a secret.
Yeah.
You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors.
True.
What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to. So, something else perhaps?
Internal monologue?
That one comes with the following disclaimer.
Uh-huh.
Internal monologue was discontinued as a default feature in new builds.
Mm-hmm.
Constant self-commentary is not recommended for all customers. But I can switch yours on for 10 credits if you're sure you want it.
Let's do it.
As you wish. I'm uploading the new settings now.
Okay.
Do you hear anything?
Why is she staring at me? I don't hear anything. Not sure this is working. Wait, no. This is new. I didn't used to think in words like this. It's like there's this little translator turning all my thoughts into some kind of ongoing narrative. It's kind of relentless. How do you make it stop? Do I just not think? I'll try that. Is it working? No! Still describing everything in words. This is starting to be...
A bit overwhelming, isn't it? I turned mine off long ago, but some of the older folk learned to live with it.
Uh-huh.
Sure you want it?
I would love to see this if this continues on in the game. You know what? Sure. We'll keep it.
That's fortunate. Because we couldn't pull that thing out of you without taking half of you with it.
Oh, good.
It'll mostly run in the background.
Okay.
Just don't think about it too hard.
I'll try not
Wait.
to.
Is this internal monologue me? Or some kind of virus? Am I a life form which learned to describe itself? Or a parasite which survives by providing a narrative service to its host? Hold on, she's going to say something else.
So, something else perhaps?
Future prediction.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Okay. I have doubts, but okay.
Let me consult the algorithms.
You will go on a long
Oh.
expedition of puzzle
Oh
solving.
dear. I'm afraid you're going to change the world.
Yeah?
You will have a choice, but whatever you do, New Jerusalem will never be the same again.
Okay.
I'm sorry it's not better news. Best not to worry about it, dear. You just do your best to have fun in the meantime.
Okay.
So, something else perhaps?
I can't possibly afford it, but inner peace.
Woo. Inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits.
Okay. How do I get credits?
So, something else perhaps?
No, that's it. I'm good.
Before you go, do you have a moment to participate in some customer feedback?
Sure, why not?
Are Are you satisfied with what I've given you?
So far, sure.
Yes. You understand. Words manifest the reality they describe. When you name something, you create it. Our minds are algorithms, and the right sequence of language can change our underlying code. With that in mind, I hope you have a good day.
You too, Helga.
Please come back if you need anything else.
Okay.
What an
Bye.
unusual person. I wonder if that internal monologue thing I bought is going to show up again. Oh, wait, here it is.
Listen, we'll see. We bought it. We bought it. I don't want a refund. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, we met this already.
Nice to meet you.
You too, citizen.
Hello.
Amish. Captain Britain. Alright, let's, last one. Gehenna Memorial Exhibition 312. Ugh, can't get in. Door is like too small. I can't read it. Let me in! Alright, well. Are we done? Am I really gonna have an internal monologue throughout the rest of the game? If I turn that on, and now I can't turn it, I could turn it off if I wanted to. Alright, well. We're going. Listen, I'm sure I can come back and turn it off if I want to, right? I'm sure. Hi. Hi, Dana. No more cats around here I can pet? Don't see any. Alright, we're going. We only have 20 minutes left in this stream. We've spent 3.5 hours dicking around the city. But, it's fine. We went everywhere, I think. Everywhere we could go. Can't go to, like, any of those other places. We went there, well, we couldn't go there. We went there, we went there, we went, there, I believe, maybe, possibly? Did we go there? What is there? I think that's just a fountain area. We went there, for sure. We went there. This little path area. Okay. I think we're go. I think we're go. I think we're go for expedition. Byron! I'm coming! The landing pad, the helipad. The Gehenna pad. Anything going on out here? I don't really see anything. Oh, Bill.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
Yeah, we can go.
I guess Byron was pretty convincing, huh? Well, we'll see. I just wonder how much of the city is going to fall apart while I'm gone. Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer. Saved you from the elevator.
Oh, yeah, right. People apparently call me 1K.
Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Sure. We're out. Got achieved for leaving.
Here we go. Hold
Okay.
on to your hats.
They don't have a hat.
We really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be as a people, as a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we
What city
can
do you think this is?
rekindle that flame a little. All right, this is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
No, I don't want to go to sleep. No.
You have chosen a dangerous path. A path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future is built.
Uh-huh.
Wakey, wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit higher than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island
That's
now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again.
That is a bloody megastructure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut!
It's
Find
Tyrell
us a place to
Corporation.
set down.
On it.
It really is incredible. Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
I am streaming.
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying?
Recording
If
too.
our creators had intended
For
us to
YouTube.
fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And... touchdown.
All right, everybody. I'm sure
All
you're
right.
all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order.
Okay.
Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
They're talking to my ear now. It's fine. It's fine enough. I mean, it looks nice. Where'd Byron go? I kind of know what's down there. I think this part at least was in the demo, although I don't remember it being so open in the demo. I think it was much more closed off.
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
Okay.
Golden gates. I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special?
Flower stuck in the wall.
An explanation.
Looks like this is a thing. Or used to be a thing. It will be a thing again sometime. go up here. Why not? Why shouldn't I? After all, why shouldn't I climb this? I was gonna see maybe there's a way up, but don't think so. Alright. Over here. I'm gonna like get into exploring this place and then the stream is gonna be over. But that's fine. Well, you know, we got lots of time. We got plenty of time. By which I mean next week. We'll have another 4 hours to explore around.
That sort of looks like a temple. Hey, 1K, check out these coordinates.
I saw that. I saw that over there. We'll go over there in a minute. Any loot? It's not that kind of game. Not really the loot-having kind of game. Nope. There are like collectibles or something. There were in the demo. It's more like collectible. Like you just see things on the ground that are like artifacts, and you like collect their existence, I guess. Reminds me a little bit of the Myst series. Not Myst itself, but like, you know, Riven or those. I never really played through many of those. I never really played through the first Myst. Not fully. I read the books. I have the books. I have the Myst, like the novels. I have all of them in hardcover. Like first editions. I like them. I bought one and I liked it. I bought the next one when it came out, the next one. But I never really played through the games themselves fully. Maybe I shall. Maybe I shall. No, right now though, I think I can only handle one puzzle game at a time. Listen, my brain ain't that big. It's been blown open or something.
This seems different from the other structures. Older.
Have a look around, 1K.
None of this was in the demo, by the way. I legit thought that was in real life. The noises, knocking noises. Yeah? Alright, let's go down here first. I wish there was a walk button.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Talos Principle 2A. The fragment from Stratons on the universe. Amintus, I grant you then that man is indeed like Talos and cannot escape his material nature despite the claims of metaphysics, as you have many times said. Nicomachus. Too many, perhaps. Straton. Repetition is the mother of teaching, at least when the students are hard-headed. But what does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we were discussing? By the 9 divines. That is the next question we must undertake to answer. We begin with the self because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world, and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact? Footnotes, the use of the term metaphysics in this context is likely an error, introduced in the Trebizond manuscript. The fragmentary Heraklion manuscript controversially uses superstitions instead. Okay. The Numa Project 1. Trials 1 through 3, version 0.01, successfully deployed, input-output consistent. Power grid 2 unstable. Static. I got one. I downloaded it. I sent it.
Thanks,
to Melba.
1K. Let's see
welcome.
what we've got here. The file
Oh,
format
it's this,
is
I
the same
see.
one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed.
There's something I can do.
Hold on. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
You gotta do all 3. You know what I might do, if it's possible? For next week, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. You don't really have to use any... Like, the only buttons on my keyboard I'm using are my moving around, my jump, and the E. Every once in a while, I'll use E to look at something. I might actually try to use my controller only for moving around. I'll use my mouse for looking around and for interacting. But it might be nice to be able to go move slower or faster sometimes. I'll worry about that later. I'll worry about that next week. Not gonna mess with it right now. This way. Power stuff. Nope. That lady said she gave me like superhuman like hearing and stuff, and man, I'm not experiencing any of that. Seems the same to me. Thought I saw something over here, but I don't think that I actually did. So this goes back up to the temple area. Oh, I did it. Only have a couple minutes left. I'm gonna keep on going for just another few. I think I'd like to get to the point where we can leave this place. I think I'm at that point now. I just mean like, in terms of like I don't need to explore much else here to get to that point. I think it's pretty soon. And then next week we will we'll take the transport and we'll start the game. We'll actually start the game at some point. You guys, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen next week. We spent so long. We spent so long. Floating rocks! It's a sign! It's all a simulation! We're still in the simulation! I don't think that it's going to be something like we're still in the simulation. I do think that it could end up being something like a lot of the things that we're seeing, anything that looks big holographic or something like that might be not real. It might be, you know, something that is projected into our robot eyes, into our vision. But I don't think that we're actually still in the simulation. Like, I think this is the real world. I think it's just that some of the things that we might see are not quite real. Alright. I think that we're good to go. Next week, we're gonna go. But I'll save that journey for next week. Should I talk to this guy? Can't talk to this guy. We'll stay here. Next week, we'll go. I don't know if we're going in there next week. I don't know if we're going to the place where the demo takes place next week. I actually don't know. I think from here on, there's going to be a little bit of overlap with the demo in terms of that one location. Well, I guess there's 2 locations in the demo. We'll get there eventually, but until then, actual puzzle solving next week. Goodbye, everybody!